Greetings, ladies and gentle players. It's another wonderful Friday. It is April of 2023, making it a wonderful day for basics. I'm over here on a DDK account because although last month we were marching to 1 Dan, I think we started at 5Q and went up to 1 Dan if I remember correctly here on the OG's server. This month, or at the very least, 2 or 3 weeks of it, I want to go ahead and let all the DDKs know I haven't forgotten about y'all. You need help too? Good old basics, good old fundamentals showing how little tweaks in your play for some very big concepts can make an immediate improvement, as it were. That said, Dons, I also want to point out I have not forgotten about you either. To that end, on Mondays, my Murder Mondays, I'm going to try to make sure that I have 7 Dawn games, specifically like high as I can go, for you guys to enjoy. But for now, let's go work on our DDK brothers and sisters here and see if we can't showcase some nice pure basics and how that can help the lowest of the ladder. Now, to that end, I do want to point out that I am hiding names here because I hate it when people like immediately know who I am. Suffice to say, this count you never seen before, and I want to make sure that I can get a couple of games out of it without people immediately knowing, hey, I know who that is, I better adjust my playing. Because one of the reasons why I do play on the ladder is because if people know who I am, they always adjust their play. They always adjust their play. Happens with students even all the time. And I have to play on the ladder because if I play the unranked, again, you get a whole bunch of craziness. And I want to make sure if you're taking the time out to watch the video, you're getting content that is going to help you. That all makes sense? I hope it does. Let's get a game. All right. Got ourselves a game here, an 11Q game. I almost said their name. That would have been stupid. And let's go ahead and just do double 4-4 points because 4-4's one of the first things that you learn. My opinion, one of the easiest ways to open. Right off the gate, we see a 5-4 point. Oh, okay, he doesn't like it. All right. I will say a nice hello to you. Okay, double 4 points from everyone. Well, benefit here is I don't have to really care where I approach because they're the exact same thing. So it's like, do I approach on the left side or the right side? They're equal. It doesn't matter, right? Doesn't matter. Now we could go and just do a simple slide Jiseki or a back out Jiseki. Either are okay. To be honest, I could do a coin flip here. It doesn't really matter which I choose. Let's just do the simple slide one. Why not? It's nice, simple, and basic. Can't go wrong, can't fall into a trap, no matter what your opponent really plays. For example, he could have tried to do something tricksy like, I'm going to pincer you now, and then you just take the 3-3. It's done. Trick over. He could have done something like, I don't know. Like, you get the idea, right? Now, this is interesting because my stone is already present. I'm putting a little bit of pressure on his stone. You can think of stones. So every stone has a little bit of influence around it. It's just a degree of like how much that is. Like a stone like this probably has like a little bit of a degree of influence, something like here, right? But you'll notice if I kick him right now, watch this. It's almost like magic. He gets a base now. You see how he's already in my little influence area here? Like this little one stone is doing a little bit of influencing here because every stone has value. Every stone that you put on a board has a value. They radiate some kind of strength around it. It's just that if there was like a huge white wall here, it would be radiating a whole bunch of strength too, and so this wouldn't really be able to fight against it, you know? Does that make sense? So because he did that, I can continue to use that little itty bit of influence that I'm radiating and just kind of sandwich in between my two positions. We'll do that maybe in mid-game. For now, we want to just continue doing other stuff, like opening stuff. So we do corners, sides, and then centers. For now, corner enclosure. You could also approach that's absolutely completely fine. But for now, just going to go ahead and grab the corner enclosure. He's doing the old-timey split. Interestingly enough, the AI still likes the old-timey split. I mean, it'll ding you a little bit, but we're not talking like, oh, you did the old-timey split, you lost 10 points. No. If you like the old-timey stuff, you're fine. You're fine, man. It's all good. Kick him again, because this is just standard stuff. If I didn't answer him, I played away, which is also possible. It does let him get a complete perfect base here, right? So we're not really going to be doing that right now. All right, I have sente again. Well, there's one corner left, so let's go ahead and approach that. Because again, we're just going corners, sides, and then center. Now, I don't want to play the exact same thing. Usually, we're kind of against symmetry, and the reason why that is because if we do symmetry, then he knows if he has Aji on one side of the board, then he has Aji on the other side of the board. And it makes things really, really easy on your opponent. So because I already played the Joseki sequence over here, let's do something different over here. See? Teeny tiny change. Teeny tiny change. Nothing complicated so far. If you wanted to play this move here, you totally can. It's fine. If you did want to play here, I think it's a little bit weird, but you can do that too. All right, a little bit of a passive play. So we're now in mid-game because we've obviously done corners, 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 side, 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 side. So now we're doing the center, right? Corner, side, center. Very, very simple. So what are we going to do? Well, plop a stone on Tengen, right? Not really. Doesn't really affect any stones. We don't really want to do that. Now, if I was playing severe, I would totally lean on him, or maybe even touch to his one stone to see if I can get more stuff out of him. For now, I'm going to do a little 1-point jump, because my little 1-point jump threatens like some kind of like bigly surroundy times, you know? Not really sure where we try to surround him with it, but you can kind of see that if he can't live locally, and a 2-space extension cannot live locally, then he's behind enemy lines, potentially. But he kicked me. We answer kicks. We answer kicks, attachments, and shoulder hits. I'm forgetting something again. Kick, yeah. Attachment, yeah. Caps, there we go. Knew there was one. There's only 4 things, and I always forget which one I'm missing. All right, so this move, does this hurt me in any way? Well, my nearest group over on the left is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines away, and my one on the right is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, between 5 to 7. So not really hurting me there. So that must mean, hey, time to surround him. Let's go surround him then. Now, you might be asking yourself, oh, but what would you do if this was here? Well, then maybe I just, well, okay, you could, at that point, contemplate invasions, because he made symmetry here. I would prefer his last move here to be over here, maybe over to here, here, into maybe something like this one, because now there's only the one invasion point here. But since he made symmetry, I know that I can play here, and I can play here, and then I can kind of sort of connect my stones up. I wouldn't play this exact sequence, but you can kind of get the idea of why symmetry is dangerous in Go, right? Now he's diagonaling me. It's kind of like a shoulder hit, so I'll answer. I don't want him taking my corner away. I'll answer that one too. Do 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 do. Listen to some lo-fi, just kind of relaxing. Ooh, careful. This move should be maybe here at best. Beware of Tiger Mouse like this, because it's giving me the ability to kill him. He's dead now. We can play here, here, into here. There. Yeah, we had to get into some Atari action, it looks like. But you get the idea. You get the idea. Anywho. I want him to fix that. Can you fix that for me, please? I'm gonna... You know what? Forget it. Let's say that's alive as is, can't do anything else. Leaning towards the invasion. Showcasing an invasion is a lot of fun. We can also use this to grow. Let's just grow. Tell you what, let's just grow. I like that. I like that idea a lot. All right, I'm going to play here. We're starting to grow our corner into the middle. And I anticipate at some point, soon, mind you, I'm probably going to play something like this one too, to see if we can take the center for ourselves. If you do not want, and this is super important, no one can tell you the type of game that he passed, so I passed. No one can tell you the type of game that you have to play. If you don't want to play an influential game right now, then just invade. Go be more territorial. It's completely fine. Don't let anyone tell you how to play this game when it comes down to style. They're like, oh no, you can't play for influence. You have to play for territory. No. If that's not what you want to do, don't do that. If someone's like, oh no, you can't play for territory. You have to play for influence. You could do that too. Did I say the same thing twice? Like, whatever. You get the idea. You get the idea. Sorry, you're making videos, your brain's running ahead of your mouth is running ahead of your brain. Because like you're juggling your time, you're juggling the moves, you're juggling the explanations, and sometimes you don't know what's actually coming out of here. I do that on stream constantly. Because then I'm also reading and interacting with them while all that's going on. And so sometimes I describe things in way the wrong way. All right, so that's done. Now we're going to do what I just said. Like we played corners, we played sides, and now I'm just playing the center. That's all I'm doing. Okay, I wanna keep this. I want to keep this. I kind of don't want to make the double small knight shape, but we'll do it. We'll do it. So one of this individual's biggest problems right now is most of their moves are gote. That means I keep getting sente to do literally whatever I want in the game. So the question is, what do I want to do in the game? Win. That's what I want to do in the game. So if I can find, severe moves to play, like he's still dead too. I feel bad for the guy. This is still dead. If you wanted to kill this, I'll just show it. I'm not going to do it. You could throw in here. If he plays here, you've connected on up. If he blocks a connection, you poke this, you poke that. Literally dead. Literally dead shape. But like I said, we're not killing right now. Not killing. We're just relaxing. We're just chilling. Though admittedly it is a little tough. I won't take that away. That's gonna bug me until it's gone. Please get rid of it. Thank you. Just play some centering moves. So because I know opening theory, I assure you this is an 11 Kyu. I promise. I'm not going to show you who they are, but I promise. But because I know opening theory, I know which sides of the boards to play on. And because I'm trying to win the game, I'm playing moves just a little bit more severe than my opponent. I'm not even going like Ooh, I'm gonna kill you. Like if your life and death is at the point where you're 11Q, 12Q, 14Q, 15Q, whatever, and you could read that life and death problem, you're good to go. You're ahead of the game. You're ahead of the game. If you can't, it's completely fine because I'm not trying to kill anything. I just keep playing for the next biggest part of the board. And right now that this looks like it's sealed off, it seems like this one is, right? Like, I don't think he can do anything in here. I don't think he can do anything in here. This area seems to be the next biggest area. So I'm... Will you forgive me if I touch him a little bit? Just a little. I will touch his one stone. So let's kind of use Sente to seal off this area. I could play here as well, but I'm gonna make a little bit of attachment, a little bit of touch on the one stone. A little severe, just a little severe. Just to kind of like enclose some of this for myself. It is quite literally the most aggressive move I think I've played this game. That little attachment. All right. One more, the one I'm pushing, and high head 2 and 3. And yeah, there we go. All nice and connected up. See, that's all I wanted to do. That's all I wanted to do. He hurt my stone, so I'll defend that too. Does it matter where I defend? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo? Sure, there. Now, there's some Aji in the corner in that little 3-3. Ooh, 2. See, he's got Aji too. Like, he could try some stuff or get better endgame. Go for the sente endgame first, like this one. Like, hey, that's endgame. Like these little guys. I mean, maybe not this one. That wouldn't be sente because then you'd potentially get killed here. Tell you what, I'm not even going to do the 3-3 stuff. Like I said, I am going so pure basics here, where I'm not calling him out on almost anything. I'm just looking, hey, what's sente, what isn't? Hey, what's next big move, what isn't? Let's watch our shape, making sure we're not leaving weird stuff behind. It's all we're doing. Sente. If he Hane's here, I might hurt him. Because this is one of those classic life and death, not life and death, classic endgame positions that we warned DDQs about. All right, this one I am going to hurt him on. I'm sorry, this one I will hurt a little bit. It's very, very important. It is very, very important that you know the dangers of this position and why you back off rather than Hane. That is a super, super common mistake that is played at the DDK level and sometimes even some of the SDK level. That little endgame problem there. Yeah, you have to go and play here. Because after this one, you got the cut, then you got the take, you got the poke, you got a potential ko, and then you're just alive. So can't emphasize that one enough. I'm going to get hurt here a little bit. I will have to back off. That's true. But he just lost like 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 points. And then I made one, so it's 12, 13. If I get to extend, maybe about 15-point swing. Actually, he might lose some more here. Yeah, probably about at least 15 points. I suck at counting, though, at endgame, so maybe it's 20. I don't know. I don't know. He might be hesitating here because he might now know because of that sequence that I might not be the rank that I'm showing. I hope the OGS admins do not get angry at me for doing this, but I really wanted to showcase. I really did want to showcase some DDK stuff or my basic series. And you start out at 7Q. There was only one way I could reasonably do that. I'll pass and give him move again. He's got, so what he should be doing now in terms of sente is Crap. Come back here. Sente first. I unfortunately can't Hane here because the take here isn't to another take. So it's not quite apples to apples on this side. I can block here, but he gets Sente out of result. He can play up. Yeah, I heard. Yep. I'm not playing here because there's a Ko. So I'll back off here. Just like I was honest, I made him be honest here. I'm going to be honest here. If I do a hard block, he can cut and Ko. Don't want that to happen. Unfortunately, now I can Atari here and then do a 1-pointer, and then he's in trouble because I think he's died. I think that dies. Okay. Okay, it gave me Sente again. I will protect my little 1-stone. Now we shouldn't be doing these things. I should be securing my little outer edges of territory before he like pokes at me. Yeah, these are a little bit too soon. Like he, for example, if he plays something as simple as, let's say he plays, oh no, so he plays here, into here, into here, into here, into here. Look at the territory come out of nowhere. That is the benefit of Sente. That gave him like what, 2, 4, 6, 8 more points? That's huge in endgame, man. It's huge, huge. So big. So big. Alright, well. I'm gonna protect against literally what I just showed for the obvious reasons. Hope you DDKs who are subbed to me. I hope this game has been helpful and reassuring. Because I always say that DDKs, or Qs in general, are pretty lucky because you're still at a spot in the game where a few tiny changes, like in this game, it was just all about the big moves. I did nothing in this game but just keep playing big moves. And that's why I'm going to win. That's why I'm ahead. I was just playing big moves. And that little thing is doing phenomenally at 11Q. So that little, like if you're 12, 13, 14, 15, 16Q, whatever, just training yourself on where are those big plays. Like, I'm not making this game up. Like, I'm not playing one of my subscribers who's trying to make me look good. Or I'm not playing one of my subscribers who might be pulling their punches because they know that I'm a 7-dan on certain servers, right? This was literally just a random 11Q, just pulled from ladder. This is how they play. This is how they got to 11Q. Defending this area. That, the push and cut is already defended. You can see the shape there. That one might be bad, so I'm protecting. And like those little things can have such huge changes because there's still so much of the ladder for you to climb. Like if you're 15Q, for example, like you are in for such like amazing like endorphin hits. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Serotonin. No, not serotonin. Endorphin. Yeah, I think endorphin. Because there's literally like what? 15 ranks for you to go from like 15 to 1Q, and then 9 more ranks potentially from 1-dan to 9-dan. So you're talking, you're looking at 24 ranks that you can go up. Now they get harder and harder as they go up, but those little adjustments really help you, you know, skip those ranks, get the next rank up. You know, seeing that improvement as your rank increases. It slows down the higher you go. You do have to start putting in even more effort, and it gets a little bit more complicated till, you know, you're where I am, and hopefully you will be too one day. Hopefully you will be too one day, where, like, I'm 7-dan on Fox. There's literally 2 more ranks that I can go up. And sometimes I hit one of them, so 1.5 ranks that I can go up until I'm pretty much at the end of the ladder, you know? So for me,
10、9、
really difficult.
7、6、5、4、3、2。
But for you guys, until you get there, you don't have to worry about like putting in like 300 hours of study to go from like 15Q to 10Q or something. It's these little things, these little concepts that you might be surprised just how well it helps you improve. So if you're thinking about putting in some work, effort studying, if you're thinking, I want to rank up as like a DDQ or whatever, but I don't know if I have the time to do it. Just these little things, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised just how well they can affect your play. Push, good. That's sente. Good, good, good. And this one too. Tari, good, good, good. This one, this one, this one, this one. Nice. Now maybe some over here. Over here action. Endgame. Ba-doop-ba-doop-ba-doop-ba-doop-ba-doop. We'll go ahead and do the Atari. Hello. Go ahead and do the Atari. It's not sente. It already has 2 eyes, but it's kind of big where we are in the game. I'm going to draw his attention over to the left-hand side of the board with a simple protection, and then he can answer or not. This would be kind of nice for him. Here, here, into here. I love playing on OGS because I can show those little things immediately. I love being able to show variations. I think it's so helpful for the content. Being able to go, oh yeah, you can. I don't have to worry about if you can visualize it in your head. Like I can just show it to you. I think that's fantastic. And looks like we are done with the game. We've got like literally 2 more moves. 1, 2. Oh, nope, sorry, I forgot this one. Nope, you're right. Oh, I forgot that one too. Sorry, there's more moves than I thought. Yeah, you got that one on me. Got the push. Yeah. And this one? Go for broke. And then maybe push here? Maybe push here? Push. Yes. And then we'll end off with an Atari on your group. And pass.
Pass.
Curious. Are we... what are we doing? My shape here is perfect. There's no weaknesses. Guess we're getting rid of Dame. Alright, Dame's all gone. I don't think it's Chinese counting. Awkward if it was.
Pass.
There we go. And there we go. Alright, so... Didn't mean to do that. So, we won by 40 points. Again, still going to hide the names to protect the innocent. Just a few things I wanted to go over. Again, all we did here was corner, side, center. We knew, and now you do too. So we all know to kick this, because if I do this one, you don't like this many low stones, because then literally, all of these points are potentially sente for your opponent. It's just a question of which one do they want to play. All of these are sente. So if there is ever a move on the right-hand side of the board that white needs to have be sente, oh, they're going to find it. Yeah, you see those over there? Yeah, it's a lot. That's a lot, isn't it? That is an awful lot. So we don't want to be low like that. Does that make sense? So we got the kick. They did that one. It's fine. To be fair, they shouldn't approach on that side. They should approach here, and then either, just settle over here, or if you want to play something a little bit more complicated, you can just go ahead and back off high. Whole bunch of things you can do. But jumping into a smaller area is not so good because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines here. So is that the largest point of the board? No, of course not. There are more than 6 lines here. There are more than 6 lines here. So this regretfully is like one of the smaller sides that we really don't really want to play. We want to play like one of these happier signs because they're worth more points. So that was unfortunate. They did that. We pushed. Split, I think was fine. I think split's fine. I wouldn't play this one. I would rather... One thing I could conceive of is maybe coming out with this group if I didn't want to be surrounded, or maybe seeing if I could try to build first before doing that kind of thing. This group is really, really awkward because it's not really going to be helping white very much. Then they played here again, very, very, very small move because I can still do this, right? Like we can't really try to play for a kill here. It's just not going to work. There's too many forcing moves. And that's, again, the whole symmetry thing that I mentioned at the beginning of the game. Be wary of bad shape. And this is a great example of bad shape. Like, that's literally a dead group. And then that one would have been better up here. Now at least he's alive. Instead he played here, and unfortunately he's still dead. But we gave him sente back, not a problem. But yeah, we're just playing corner, side, center over and over and over again. We're asking ourselves, where are the big moves? Now, if he, after, let's say, I don't know, after this one, if he played here, I would show you why this is a dead stone and how to ensure that it stays that way. Now, I'm going to play 1, maybe 2 more games at the DDK level. So if we see something like this, I will showcase why this group can't make 2 eyes and can't escape, and how to think about that. I hope we find a game like that. Suffice it to say, I will say this. If we answer, let's say here, so it can't go down and escape. It has to go through here to escape. But how would that look, right? How would that look? It can't really punch through my line, you know? So as long as we play nice and solid, we try to minimize the cutting points they can work against, something like this really wouldn't live. But yeah, I think altogether, pretty decent game. Don't have to do this. Don't have to kill this. If you can see them, fantastic. Either way, I hope this helps you DDKs give you some idea of what you need to work on to improve, and how simple ideas, like even as simple as working on opening theory, corner, side, center, which is all this game was just opening theory, corner, side, center, can really improve you. Because, I mean, this game won by 40 points against an 11 Q. That's almost a single-digit Q level player, right? That's almost an SDK right there. That right there almost gets you completely out of DDK. So I hope you guys were able to find this enlightening. And as always, I'll be back next week. Take care, everybody.